by a grand jury on charges of first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, aggravated manslaughter of a child, and 4 counts of providing false information. She was later arrested, and the judge ordered she be held without bond. On October 21st, 2008, the charges of child neglect were dropped. According to the state attorney's office, the evidence proved that the child was deceased. The state sought an indictment on the legally appropriate charges. She was arraigned and pleaded not guilty to all charges. On April 13th, 2009, prosecutors announced they planned to seek the death penalty, and she should have gotten it. I'm sorry, but wow. There was 400 pieces of evidence. Hair was recovered from the trunk of Casey's car and was microscopically similar to hair taken from Kaylee's hairbrush. And it was consistent with hair from a dead body. Yep. Okay. The discoverer of the remains repeated the same story he had told police. On October 24th, 2008, a forensic report judged that the results from an air sampling procedure called LIBS performed in the trunk of Casey Anthony's car showed chemical compounds, and I really stress this, consistent with a I'm going to get this, consistent with a decompositional event based on the presence of 5 key chemicals. Okay. Investigators stated the trunk smelled strongly of human decomposition, but it wasn't specified. Dr. Vass's group also stated there was chloroform in the car trunk. Are you? Yeah, I got it though. There was chloroform found in the car trunk. Are you kidding me? Hello? In October 2009, officials released 700 pages of documents, including records of Google searches in terms of neck breaking and how to make chloroform on a computer accessible to Casey Anthony. Seriously. And according to detectives, crime scene evidence included residue of a heart-shaped sticker found on duct tape over the mouth of Kaylee's skull. Unfortunately, the laboratory was not able to capture a heart shape photographically after some duct tape was subjected to dye testing. And her blanket found at the crime scene matched Kaylee's bedding at her grandparents' home. It was. I'd like to see you say it. See how you are? Okay. Decompositional. Thank you. Okay. So after she left her parents that day, obviously, that's when she did it. She had to have. Because the blanket was from her parents' house. Among photos entered into evidence was one from the computer of Richard Morales, an ex-boyfriend, depicting a poster with the caption, "Win her over with chloroform." Are you serious? And they found traces of that in her trunk. What does that tell you? Put 2 and 2 together. Apparently the jury couldn't add, if you ask me. Witness John Dennis Bradley software developed for computer investigations was used by prosecution to indicate that Casey had conducted extensive computer searches on the word chloroform 84 times. 84, mind you. And to suggest that Anthony had planned to commit murder. Yeah, you think? He later discovered a flaw in the software. And she, and the website in question offered information on the use of chloroform. Okay. I think this was totally insane. The lead prosecutor in the case was Assistant State Attorney Linda Drain Burdick. And also George and Cindy were also represented at the trial. They went to Clearwater, Florida for the jury selection because the case had been so widely reported in the Orlando area. Jurors were brought from Pinellas County. The trial took 6 weeks, during which time the jury was sequestered to avoid influence from information available. Um, you laugh. Yeah, the jury should have been put in jail for that crap. I'm telling you what. It was totally insane. Totally insane. I mean, I just can't describe my outrage at this. It really was. The trial began in May 2011, and in the opening statements, the lead prosecutor described the story of the disappearance of Caylee Anthony day by day. They alleged an intentional murder and sought the death penalty. I think so. Prosecutors stated that Anthony used chloroform to render her daughter unconscious before putting duct tape over her nose and mouth to suffocate her, and left Caylee's body in the trunk of her car for a few days before getting rid of it. They talked about her as a party girl who killed her daughter to free herself from responsibility and enjoy her life. Yep, exactly. They were exactly right. The defense claimed that Caylee drowned accidentally in the family's pool and was found by George Anthony, who told Casey she would spend the rest of her life in jail. And they all proceeded to cover up her death. Come on. Why would you put duct tape over her mouth and stuff if she accidentally drowned? Come on. Really? Baez argued this is why Casey Anthony went on with her life. But she never reported it for a month and a day. Come on. Or a month, He alleged it was the habit of a lifetime for Casey to hide her pain and pretend nothing was wrong because she had been sexually abused since she was 8. And her brother also made advances toward her. Really. Yeah, the woman that kidnapped her she existed but had no idea who these people were. Who knows how she got this name? She might have just looked one up. But it was crazy. Crazy. She moved on with her life. This is the defense talking. Seriously? She didn't report her missing for 31 days. Okay. The defense also questioned whether Roy Kronk, the meter reader who found the bones, had actually removed them from another location. Nah. If she died in the pool, it wouldn't have. If she kept her in the trunk, it wouldn't have mattered. I don't think. No, I don't think so. And the defense that the meter reader who found the bones had actually removed them from another location. Now, why would he do that? He called them twice before. Come on. And they further alleged that the police department's investigation was compromised by their desire to feed a media frenzy. Ugh. Really. Prosecutors, they called George Anthony as their first witness. In response to their question, he denied, of course, sexually abusing his daughter. Of course. He testified he did not smell anything resembling human decomposition in her car, but he did smell something similar to human decomposition when he picked up the car from the tow yard. And of course, Cindy testified her comment that Casey's car smelled like someone died was a figure of speech. Oh, here we go. Nope. Oh my God. And Baez, the defense attorney, asked an FBI analyst about the paternity test the FBI conducted to see if Lee was Caylee's father. That's her brother. It was negative, of course. An ex-boyfriend of Katie, Ricardo Morales, about the photo, went her over with chloroform. Morales said that the photo was on his MySpace page. He had never discussed chloroform with Anthony or anything like that. Sure. They called John Dennis Bradley. He was a former Canadian law enforcement officer who developed software for computer investigations to analyze a data file from the desktop from the Anthony home. He was able to use a program to recover deleted searches from March 17th and March 21st, 2008. And someone had searched a website SciSpot for chloroform 84 times. A canine handler testified that a cadaver dog who was certified indicated the high alert of human decomposition in the trunk of Casey Anthony's car. That's what these dogs do. That's what they look for. They're cadaver dogs, okay? The police dog has had real-world searches numbering over 3,000. And of course, Baez argued that the dog's search records were hearsay. Are you kidding me? Come on. And they also testified that her canine partner, his name was Bones, also signaled the decomposition in the backyard during a search in mid-July of 2008. However, neither canine partner was able to detect that decomposition during a second visit. And they explained that this was because whatever had been in the yard was either moved or whatever. So I think after she left her parents' home that night, she already had decided this was what she was going to do. And apparently kept her in the backyard maybe till she got the garbage bag and stuff. Yep. She looked up the chloroform. No, it wasn't. Yeah, that's who it was, sure. Excuse me. The prosecution then called to the stand the medical examiner, Dr. Jane Garabaglia. Dr. G, isn't that Dr. G? Who testified she determined Kaylee's manner of death to be homicide, but listed it as by undetermined means. She took into account the physical evidence as well as all the available information that she could find. And we know by our observations that it's a red flag when a child has not been reported to authorities with injury. There's foul play. Yeah. Isn't that Dr. G, though? I think that's Dr. G. She's great. There's foul play. There is no child that should have duct tape on its face when it dies. And the chloroform that the investigators found in the trunk of Casey Anthony's car, testifying that even a small amount of chloroform would be sufficient to cause the death of a child. Yeah, no, it was chloroform. They got the deleted files. Cindy's lying. I can, okay, yeah, it's your child, but would I cover up a murder? Oh, hell no. Yeah, it is Dr. G. She's awesome. I love her. She's very thorough. She is great. So she testified that even a small amount would cause a child's death. Are you kidding me? And she was firm on saying it was foul play. So, yeah, no, she wasn't looking up chlorophyll. It was chloroform. They have the deleted files. So, and it was 84 times. Seriously. Okay, and they detected the chloroform in her trunk. Okay, what doesn't add up here? The jury. What did they not get on this? I don't understand. A University of Florida professor in Human Identification Laboratory, Michael Warren, was brought in by the prosecution to present a computer animation of the way duct tape could have been used in the death of the child. Which, of course, the defense said, no, we object. But the judge ruled that the video could be shown to the jury. And the feature, it featured a picture of Kaylee taken alongside Casey, superimposed with an image of Kaylee's decomposed skull and the strip of duct tape that was recovered. It slowly brought together, showing that the duct tape could have covered her nose and mouth. And of course, the defense is, this disgusting superimposition is nothing more than a fantasy. I quote and unquote. Yeah. Jurors were taking notes, and Warren testified it was his opinion the duct tape found with Kaylee's skull was placed there before her body began to decompose. So basically, she suffocated her. She gave her the chloroform, then put the tape over her mouth.